Hello everyone, hope you're all having a great day. Whole of England here, and today we are taking a look at the Conte Di Cavour. Now this is the new tier 5 Italian battleship, and we are going to be getting my first impressions. Now I'm a little bit late to actually getting this ship, so I've made sure to not watch basically any videos of this at all, because I didn't want to, spoil it for myself, and generally get a predetermined idea based on other people's opinions, so I've just sort of left it alone. And this is basically going to be my first game. Now, this is going to be live, but yeah, it's just going to be a fact of, I'm going to try it out and see how it performs. Now, I've taken the same captain as I did have on my Dante Alighieri, which is, it's more for a secondary build, which I've got gun feeder, grease the gears, long range secondaries, and close quarters expert. However, I think if I do get a 14-point captain, which I probably will in future with the higher tier captains and switch them over, you probably could go with Deadeye just for the actually pretty decent concealment on this. As you can see, I've currently got 12.7 with the camo. I think it was like 13.1 otherwise, meaning I could probably get it down to maybe around probably about 11 point something, I'm guessing, to 11.6 or something. So that would be pretty good. No, probably a bit further actually, and we've already got our first target. I mean, I did want to discuss the ship a bit more, but I guess we're just going to be opening all 13 of our main batteries, which I find ridiculous, so we'll see if these do anything, unless he dodges like he did, and nice, 2 hits. Yeah, that's wonderful, my friend. Just, whoa, that is pretty nice manoeuvring there, I'm liking that. But yeah, so I mean, I've had a sort of quick look at the stats and compared it to some of the other ships and just sort of written those down. And yeah, I'm going to be honest, it looks like in terms of the HP, it really is going to be suffering here because, I mean, so this thing, you can see it's got just under 39,000 HP. And compared to all other researchable ships, this thing is got a ridiculously low amount of HP. For example, the Iron Duke has just got it's got 47.7. The Breton, which is the tier 5 French battleship, that's probably the closest in terms of HP, and that's only got 41.7. And then, yeah, Congo 54, Koenig has got 57, Piotr Veliki, I think it is, 51k, and New York with 49, meaning, if you're going against, anything at the same tier, you're definitely going to be at a disadvantage in terms of how much HP you've got, because everything else, nearly yoinked it. Everything else is going to have a significantly higher amount of HP to you, which is alright because the armor's good. However, if you do start coming under HE spam, then it's going to be, it's going to be irrespective of, your armor, because it doesn't care about armor. It's just going to be you getting set on fire, and obviously you've got a lot less HP to work with, meaning it is going to be a bit of a problem. But I guess if you're not facing HE spammers, then you should be good. But even so, I guess you should keep it in mind, because that's one thing that I can see is probably going to be a problem here, and hopefully I'm going to be a big problem to this AO, but I can maybe curl the shot, so we'll see. So how much can this heal up to? So 28 seconds at 200, meaning I can get about 6k maybe? Yeah, I might just pop that now actually, because I've not got... Okay, does this guy just want to give me... I don't know, he wants to give me some love here. Okay, I'm going to turn out and give myself... a nice broadside to this other Cavour here. But anyway, so I mean, yeah, that's I guess what I'm going to be expecting from this, and this is going to hurt. Thank you very much there, Nuremberg. Okay, that didn't hurt me, so fair enough, it's all good. Let's see if we can do a bit of extra damage to this battleship. So I mean, in terms from the HP, it doesn't look like it's going to be too good. It looks like it's going to suffer pretty awfully from just had a comment there, switch that over, there we go. So I mean, apologies for that, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be able to survive, actual armor piercing damage, however. So I mean, yeah, this SAP, it did hit me in the superstructure here, but I mean, you can't see it at the moment, but the actual citadel that's currently under here it's very well hidden. So I mean, it's quite far into the waterline. It's got quite a bit of actual armor there. It's got quite a few centimeters of actual armor belt there just protecting it, meaning it's going to be pretty hard to citadel, or at least from shells alone. I mean, possibly curving into the decking may be a possibility, but honestly it looks like it should be alright from brawling, which I guess justifies its lower HP. I think the only thing you're going to really have an issue with is if you're going against any enemy carriers, for example, because they are gonna have AP bombs, or at least you know where the Japanese or the German ones are, and those are gonna cause you some serious issues. And ooh, okay, here we go. We can get our secondaries going now. Obviously, I've got close quarters expert, as I said, meaning I've got the 20% boost, as well as the nice signal there, meaning I've got a nice 6% range on my shells. I mean, I've not got the thing where you actually click and get the better dispersion, but honestly, I mean, I'm not that bothered, because if I wanted to get a 14-point captain, I would like to try out Deadeye instead. And I mean, I really do enjoy secondary builds. I mean, but at the moment you can see these are really hitting nothing here, which is not the best. I mean, I guess if we get a bit closer, and that'd be nice. But I was about to say I have a sneaking suspicion he's going to ram, but maybe he's not. No, he's not. That's okay. I think we're good. Probably get a reload and maybe kill him here. If not, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the secondaries themselves are quite good as well. I mean, I think they were actually quite accurate before. They did give them a bit of a nerf because apparently they were, I guess, being overly accurate. Can I yoink? No, I cannot yoink, apparently. Let's go for this Aoba here and just get some shells in. But yeah, so this thing's got 19 single secondary batteries, so 9 on each side. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest, I was hoping that to do a bit more. I mean, we got 16 secondary battery hits, and at that range, that was some pretty poor performance there. So I'm going to be honest, these secondaries don't seem all that good. On the Dante Alighieri, I mean, I actually quite liked them a lot more because they had these sort of circular, I guess, mounts and a bit of armour around them, which looked... It's more just the fact of it looked quite nice, and the secondaries, when I was playing with that, did perform quite well too. I mean, that's only one ship I've gone against though, so I mean, I'm actually going to start heading over this way because it looks like we're going to win this pretty significantly here. So yeah, I'm going to start turning straight away and try and get over to this fight over on the other side of the map, because you can see there's a load of battleships there, which I do want to verse instead of that single Cavour that I went against then, and now this Aoba, which is just kind of running away. Now, the actual damage for these, I mean, obviously you do have the pretty pitifully low Sigma that these things have got. I think they did get a slight buff and went up to 1.6, but I mean, even so, it's not the best, and, you know, so obviously you're going to want to go for any dispersion buffs you can get, so this is why I say, you know, Deadeye would be a viable thing with the current concealment range, and, okay, we got a single hit, and got 1k there. But I mean, once you've got that, I'm sure that would actually be quite good, because, I mean, these things do a lot of damage. I mean, it's 8,000, is it? Yeah, okay. 7,850 maximum damage from the SAP, which is... there's a pretty blistering amount of damage, and armor piercing, yeah, 8.1k. So overall, these are some pretty good main batteries. They're very powerful, and this guy's coming back in for another run. I was gonna repair that at first, but I think I'll just go for my repair party instead, just in case this Jaguar decides he wants to come and rush me, and I'll see if I can get any shots on this Aoba as a final salvo before he goes out of my range. But overall, it does look like it's going to be quite good. But yeah, I mean, so what I was saying, so I mean, yeah, this is a reuse, so this is going to have the arm-piercing bombs, and this is what the ship is probably going to suffer with, because, you know, it's got a decent amount of decking, actually. It's got 43mm of... so just around, I can't really get my camera down anymore, there we go. So around this area is about 43mm, and then below that you've got 24mm, sorry, of Citadel armor as well, which, so, you know, it can defend itself in the sense of, you know, shells are probably going to bounce if they ricochet, and there's a potential that, you know, some of these bombs may not hit, but yeah, there's a good chance that, you know, you are going to get kind of blapped, I guess, by these. I mean, obviously Citadel damage isn't going to, you know, one-shot you, but it is still going to do a pretty good chunk of damage, which you're not going to be able to repair much at all. And we'll see. Actually, this is a pretty good test. See if we get... Okay, good. He hit us just in front of our Citadel there, actually, so I think we have to thank that dispersion there for not getting us then. I mean, he's coming around for another run. I mean, in the name of science, maybe he'll... Nah, he's going for this Nürnberg, who looks like he wants to come and give me another tap, maybe? I think he is. But anyway, that's really it for that. I mean, so overall, it does look like it's got a good amount of armour, and it will be able to sustain damage quite well. Okay, we're currently being spotted by the Jaguar, which is a little bit worrying, so I'm going to turn away, and plus this Nürnberg decided he wants to touch me again. So let's try and get away. Yeah, I mean, as for the actual shells here, you can see I'm not really hitting anything. I mean, from all these shots that I've made, I've hit about 2, I think, so far. I started off with like 30,000 and now I'm at 35 during this sort of interlude where I've been talking all this time. But overall, I do think it is so far an alright ship. I mean, I'm now looking to try and verse maybe this Normandy over here who's about to get into my firing range. So we'll see how that goes. And there's also the Koenig as well. I mean, obviously you've not got any spotting planes or anything to increase the amount of range you've got, so you are stuck with a 60.1, which is, it's okay, but I mean, other tier 5s do have like a significantly higher amount of range, or longer range, or they are given something such as a spotter plane just to make it a little bit better. And actually, let's slow down, turn into these. Gonna hit any of these? Ah, he's turning pretty. Oh, okay. We hit one. That's alright. And the Jaguar is pretty far out at the moment. But yeah, so I mean, it doesn't get anything like that, so it is stuck with a pretty low range. But I mean, we'll have to see how that fares. I mean, the only thing so far that I'm not enjoying too much, really, is probably this long reload. I mean, I'm probably going to miss out on this opportunity here. These are mainly going to hit the island, I'm guessing. Yep. That's quite sad. I was hoping to get some shots on that, but never mind, that's okay. We'll try and see if... Nah, you know, we'll go around this island and see if we can fight him there. And thinking about it, I'll load some armor piercing instead, because he was giving us a broadside there, and we'll see how the AP shells do. But yeah, I'm going to be honest, the reload time, I mean, 33 seconds, it is quite long. You know, I mean, I guess if I got, say, Adrenaline Rush, I would get that reduced a little bit now, so I mean, I could probably get that down by about 0.7 of a second with the amount of HP I've got at the moment. So, I mean, that would get it down. But even so, I think maybe just a slight increase, because just before these did get released, they did get quite a bit of a nerf on the reloads just before this sort of event came out. I mean, I'm hoping this is going to be more just a fact of, I guess, data gathering. Or, you know, it's like, okay, this is now being released on the live server, we'll see how they perform and that, and hopefully they'll think, okay, maybe they'll need a little bit extra. Ah, he's going a lot slower than I anticipated there. Okay, fair enough. I wish I had those. I wish I had these guns reloaded now for this Normandy. Oh well, that's fine. We'll see how it goes, and we'll also see if we can get some secondary hits here. And wow, okay, that's some good range he's got on those. Okay, well, thankfully we got some decent on ours because we've gone for a secondary build. We'll see how these actually fare. Now, if he continues to turn out, I'm going to wait for him and see if I can get a nice broadside shot. Yeah, there we go. He's going for me as well. Please ricochet. Okay, yeah, that's the good armor there. Okay, he's not going to go any further there, and he's going to think that I've fired most of my shells, so hopefully he's going to turn out because he's going to need to miss that island. And from there, I can possibly get a pretty good shot on him. He thinks he's safe, and... Ooh, nice. Okay. That was rather a good salvo, actually. Okay, that performed quite well. So the armor piercing, by the looks of it, do quite well, because I did shoot that initial shot. Oh, we got more torpedo bombers coming in. Yeah, that's another thing as well. The rudder shift actually looks to be quite fast, which is quite of a nice surprise. Let's just see if we can get some icy torpedoes coming in. Okay, that's fine. I thought they were enemy torpedoes, but it seems that we're all good. Okay. That didn't do all that much, and we are currently getting rushed at the moment by the Jaguar. Hopefully we can clear this island before. And okay, 7,000 damage. That's actually rather good there. So I mean, yeah, the armor piercing shells look to be a lot more. They seem to perform a lot better than the Dante Alighieri's do. But the SAP shells, I mean, at the moment we are playing a lot more close quarters as well. But I mean, we were going against other battleships, and at the moment, yeah, it's definitely, I guess, reinforcing the statement that you do need to be using more armor piercing than anything when going against other battleships, and that's worrying. Okay, I'm going to go for this Koenig instead, because he's going to be my biggest threat to my broadside, and then we can deal with the second one. Ooh, wow, okay, 8,400 damage there, nice. And we can get this Koenig into our secondary battery range. Unfortunately, we do have... we do have no more heals left, but I mean, if you look at the amount of... Yeah, the amount of time we've got left, and before we win, it is going to be... Yeah, it's going to be quite close, so... Yeah, let's just see if he gives us another side. I might as well repair that, because there's no need to save it. Let's see if he turns a bit more before the time goes. Can we get some superstructure hits? Okay, I think that's the best we're going to get. Let's see how it does. Wow, 12,000 damage. that is impressive. That's actually really good. Okay, I think one thing to take from this is armor piercing is actually incredibly good against these battleships. I mean, obviously these are battleships at the same tier. I mean, and then we also went against Normandy, so yeah, actually no, I generally think these are just good. Now, do we have time to reload? I don't think we do. I really wanna kill him. Come on. Let me smash him. Come on. Ah! There we go. Okay, good. I just wanted to get that final hit in there just to seal his fate and get that kill just before we won, which we managed to do, and that has given us a really good result. So that is my first game I've ever played in this without knowing anything about it. So I'm actually really pleasantly surprised by that. That is a really good ship. That was really fun. I mean, I'm probably going to have a second game that's going to be awful, and I'm going to go, oh, never mind, it's terrible. But honestly, that was actually really quite fun. And considering we did also get targeted by the carrier, I mean, the first part of the game was a lot more, I guess, relaxed because we were only really going against two ships and it was quite an easy flank to push there. So, I mean, that part was rather easy anyway, but that there, brawling the other battleships, that was actually really quite good. Let's just take a quick look at the team score. Okay, second place, just below the New Mexico, which is very nice. And you know what? Yeah, I'll give him a +1 just because he played quite well. Yeah, that was really good. Now, we'll just have a look at the detail report here and we'll see. So, armor piercing, yeah, we definitely did more with armor piercing there, and yeah, okay, we only fired 78 and did a load more damage as well. So yeah, okay, so we're definitely gonna have to reserve the SAP purely for cruisers only, and potentially destroyers as well. But I mean, from what I've seen, they don't really do that much to destroyers because you have that 10% threshold, so you do actually get a quite low amount of damage you do. But yeah, so we'll preserve the SAP primarily, I guess, for destroyers as well, because I mean that's kind of what it's meant for. So for the SAP and the cruisers, and then we'll stick to AP in terms of going for the battleships, because I mean, even if they're angling on them, we could probably instead just try and get some through the superstructure and into the decking. But overall, that was quite good. So yeah, Koenig was 19k, Normandy 16, Koenig 15. Oh, we killed 2 Koenigs. That's quite nice. But overall, yeah, I think that was quite good. Just look at the credits and XP real quick. Yeah, I mean, pretty average with credits there, nothing too bad, but overall I think that was quite good. So that's my general impressions of it. I personally think it's actually really quite good. We managed to get a few of these heroic achievements here. So yeah, Confederate, Fireproof, and Dreadnought. So overall, those are very good indeed. Yeah, that's really it for me. So far, I think that's quite fun. I'm going to be playing a few more of these, and then obviously going through these combat missions to get the next ships, forward, just to experience them more. But overall, I do think these are quite fun. So that is really it from me. If you have enjoyed or found this useful at all, then make sure to leave a like, as that just really helps the channel grow and get seen more when people are searching or gets on homepages, etc., just for the YouTube algorithm. And at the same time as well, so the comments. So if you've got any questions or just generally want to say, yo, that's a spicy ship, that's a strong floating pizza, just stick that in the comments below and stuff, because that just generally helps me, and plus it's just nice to speak to you all. But that's really it for me, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.